When I'm looking at the stars and Naliki says, "Where my dad go?" I say, "Shut your bitch mouth. Go make me a mojito."
And Max.
Always fun. There's some inside scoop about Glasgow restaurant scene, viewers.
Yeah. If we put this in.
You know, I like the preamble, but I bet you fucking start it there.
That's it.
It won't even be that. It'll be you'll just say you saying ramble.
There's some inside knowledge, and there'll be no context before it. That's it.
Which is very funny to me. You can use see and hear the game.
Sure can.
Oh,
Yes,
for once, well done, me. Stalagmates, Final Fantasy enthusiasts. This is Cave, and we're actually playing some of the Final Fantasies. I say we. Who are we? Who are we indeed? Let me tell you. I'm Dougie. Who else is with me?
Well, there's Max there, eh?
Aye.
Yep.
Max is back. Max voice acting extraordinaire.
Max actually wants a nickname because we all go by our nicknames, kind of nickname-ish, but he gets his full name, so we're going for Maxi Pads or Max Capone.
What about Maximum?
That's just a bit too, like, you know, I don't know.
Shelf it.
We've had this discussion earlier, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay, without me.
Aye. You were eating your dinner. So, viewers, let's...
But you're called Diggy.
I know, but that's no matter. It's no on my fucking passport, you know? It's still technically a nickname, kind of.
Aye, but it's not a stretch to understand what your name might be, Kevin.
No, but I don't want to be like Dougiopolis or something, so I'm happy just being Dougie.
Maybe I should just be, maybe to go with the IE trend that we have, I should just
Maxi.
be Maxi.
But then
Descended from ancient Athens.
But viewers, let us know what you want us to call Max for the rest of his life. So put it in the comments below, and we'll get back to you on that.
Viewers, let me know what I should change my name to by deed poll, and I'll do it.
Aye. It doesn't take him
Like
long,
what?
he's only got 3 letters now, so that can be changed quite handily. So, good.
Yeah,
We'll do it.
super easy.
Before we start, we shout out to some new commenters. We've had Brian and Jimmy both get in contact with us over the comments, and some are pretty good, nice comments, by the way. So thank you for that, Brian and Jimmy.
Brian and Jimmy left some really nice comments, and you know what? It's kind of nice to see so many Final Fantasy enthusiasts out there, isn't it? Because, I mean, this is quite an old game. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think... Do you think that
Some
this
would
is
say
the kind of
almost
game
older
that would-
than folk who sometimes do YouTubes.
Shut up, you give it away. I wonder, like, somebody who is the same age as we were when we first played this game. You might need to bleep that. But would this be the kind of game that would engage someone now
Well, so
for the first time that's maybe younger?
this will sound
and
dodgy,
maybe-
right? But I actually spoke to a child a few years ago and told him who likes games, right? And I said I should play Final Fantasy 7. It's a classic, and I've heard it's good, but I've been put off a wee bit by the graphics. I was like, no, give it a try. And he came back to me and was like, that was shit. I stopped playing it after like an hour. So,
Now,
but
I will
this...
say though,
Oh, sorry.
that Final Fantasy 7 is probably one of the more limited ones in its gameplay as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun and I like it, and there's still some customization to be had, but
Yeah, lots of
9 was just a
customization.
shame,
but,
for
yeah.
example.
Well, I know what you mean, but see, when you start getting into the combined materials, I think Final Fantasy 7 has the potential to be way more complex than 9, but there's just something like, with 9, there's just something very like, it's not well, it's simple to a degree, but also just very satisfying as well, because
It's
you've
fluid.
got, yeah, it's just, it's quicker, but whereas with materia, I think to make the most of the materia, you have to really spend quite a bit of time working it out and stuff, so you can get a bit bogged down in it. But for pick up and play, get yourself sorted. Although I say that, we did do an entire Final Fantasy 9 episode in the menu. So, but,
We should have multiple, perhaps.
yes.
But Final Fantasy 9 has, what's the opposite of ludonarrative dissonance? Like ludonarrative harmony, maybe.
Sure.
But the idea that like your thief has the thief abilities
Yeah.
and is written as a thief. You know, it's got the most harmony between its systems and its story and stuff like that, which helps sell the illusion of complexity.
Yeah.
However, all the old games put 16 to shame. for its complexity. You know, there's absolutely, like, 16 is just a nice story wrapped up in a fairly simple game.
Yeah, it's a good story, but it's obviously an action game, and it's like it goes into like how
It's not even.
you don't think it's an action game.
Well, aye, but you know, I've. Should
There
we
is
get into
action.
this?
I say we get into it because like
Over there is climbing a
I've seen all these
cliff.
things. People are like, is it even an RPG? I don't see why it's not an RPG. Like I've played a lot of RPGs in my life, and I couldn't tell you why Final Fantasy 16 isn't an RPG.
The only
It's
thing,
an action RPG,
Fair
but it's an RPG.
yeah,
Okay, well, I have a potential rebuttal to that. Is that what's going on here? I can't even remember this.
I'm
bit.
just climbing a cliff.
You climb the
Alright.
cliff and then you do push-ups to like get yourself hot again.
Aye, because that's
Okay,
actually
just
how it
the
works.
real
You
life.
anyone could do this. Like, see folk
Yeah.
that go, I climbed Everest. I did you fuck? You maybe did, but I could do it too.
Right, so in terms of RPG elements, if we want to have a little spirited debate about 16, it's just that it doesn't really even play by its own Final Fantasy rules, in that there's no status effects, there's barely any interesting combinations you can do. The abilities are just the abilities. You can't combine them with other abilities.
I think that's false because there's so many good
There's a
combos you
lot
can
of
do with
combinations you can
the
do,
like so one
No,
thing.
but they don't enhance each other. Pardon me if I need
Oh
to
no,
clarify.
I think they do. So there's
They
one in
definitely
particular.
do.
So see this is one that I don't think you've used as much because I didn't use it either until Max Max recommended it, and then when I was doing the time trials where you have to like pick a certain thing, it really opened up. See the thunder rod or the lightning rod from Ramu's thing that you just place it in the ground. That is fucking mega because you can combo that. Yeah, you can combo that with like so many different abilities where you're like hitting the enemy but smashing that, and you're like doing like AoE damage when you would normally be doing like single ones. I mean, I know what you're saying. There's no as many, but there is still ways in which all the abilities, if you use them in the right order in the right situation, can actually be more complex.
Together, yeah.
However,
No, I'll
what I
concede
will
that,
say is
yeah.
you don't need to though. That's where I think. In
don't
some
need to.
games
No, you
where
don't need
like it makes you do things faster and better, but it's not necessary to complete the game in your like defense in that way, you know.
Okay, I'll concede that. Right, that's fine. Or we'll meet halfway with that one or whatever we did there. The other thing is just the item system. I would even have loved some that was even as simple as tens. You know, just creating weapons, and it just felt like that was an afterthought a little bit.
Wait, sorry, I missed a bit. What did you say? You would like what?
I would like to have some sort of weapon crafting system that doesn't feel like an afterthought, or
Right,
maybe
aye.
some item or armor, like aesthetic something or other. Now, by the way, the thing is, like, The Witcher 3 is another one of these games where the RPG elements are a wee bit undercooked. So I don't know whether I'm just coming from like playing Divinity 2 or something like that, where it's like hardcore fucking RPG systems, and maybe I've been spoiled with something like that. But I'll also say that I come off of Final Fantasy 16 hot or cold based on the last thing that happened to me in that game, and you both completed it, so spoilers incoming for Final Fantasy 16 quite late on. But the fight with Barnabas bummed me out.
What? I thought that was amazing. Really?
It's a good fight.
What?
I like that fight.
Well,
I'm stunned. I thought that was fucking like incredible 1v1.
yeah, it was a 1v1 with the guy, and then I thought I was going to like go after it and start beating him up on his horse.
Oh,
And
see,
that never
right.
happened.
I actually quite liked that because I thought they maybe overdone the see the dominance when it was like you did it with basically every other one. I quite liked it. There was just a 1v1 human v human fight as a main boss, because the effort fights, they are easy as fuck. I know that battles maybe not that hard either, although it's fucking hard on hard
Well,
mode,
I
man.
class every single fight under easy as fuck. You know, that's not a big problem I have with the game. I wouldn't have minded having hard mode right out of the gate. But yeah, the Odin fight kind of bummed me out a wee bit.
That surprised me.
I'll get through it though.
It definitely felt like the shortest of the icon battles. Just maybe felt a bit kind of a parallel as to like where it was in the story.
Sure.
Like you fight like Titan like twice. There's a big massive battle and all that stuff. And it's like you fight Odin, you fight him where you fight him. It's not even
Although you technically do fight him before
that.
and then but it's a fail.
Which also bummed me out.
Aye, although I think narratively I did think it made sense because, see, when you think of the fight before, I won't get into too many spoilers, but there's a fight, the main boss fight before Odin, right, is against someone, but you have to use like you and your brother together to do it. Whereas there's been a scene earlier on in the game where Odin and that other boss go at it, and it's like a pure stalemate. So I thought that made sense. If you're 1v1 with somebody who is equal with somebody that you had to 2v1, it would be quite hard, you know?
That's true. The thing is, I love it when I'm in combat.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that there was a bit more to combat, even something like status effects or any type of elemental thing.
Near
This is where my RPG elements are. My comment earlier is coming in is that where's the fire beats ice? You know, the Pokemon trifecta.
The only problem with that, cool. I started thinking that at first, and I know it would maybe just be a case of like having certain enemy placements maybe, but see, the problem is, see, when you start swapping out elements, you would occasionally just come up to an enemy that you just don't have. You don't have an element, you know, which I guess is fine. You don't always have the spell that you need, but like, imagine there's an ice thing, but you really didn't like the Phoenix stuff, and you never wanted it, then you would never have fire, you know?
Yeah, true.
Sure. I think that I'm outnumbered in this conversation, but I think we're pretty split down the middle in terms of the overall discourse with this game. I think it's like there's a lot of people thinking, yeah, cool. A lot of people thinking, maybe missed a bit of potential there. The thing is, though, I'm no, like, even games in Final Fantasy series that I love, I'm still a bit kind of weirded out by, like, Final Fantasy IX spoilers for the Cave Fantasy IX, by the way.
Aye, go watch it, please.
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this guy?
Yeah.
He's got a paint job. Anyway, the final boss in Final Fantasy IX is a fucking shambles.
Aye, it is.
They just like comes out of like the space-time continuum to say, "I'm going to fight you," and then you fight them, and then all is well with the world.
There's very few perfect games. I mean, even one of our favourite games, Dark Souls, has so many issues, really, when you really get into it. So it's like, I can forgive things like that. And, you know, Final Fantasy changes...
Is there a perfect game?
No, there isn't. I don't think so.
Really? Like, you've never played a game that you've just thought start to finish, like, holy moly.
But bear in mind, I'm a fucking sucker. You know, like, I will play something and think, this is fucking... best game I've ever played. Every single game I play practically becomes the best game I've ever played. And then if I think back objectively, there is always something that could be better. But for me, things like, oh man, the first Nier, I know it's not perfect, but it was perfect. I loved the Automata as well. Not perfect, but totally perfect. Same thing with 16, fucking
so
love it,
you've got
man.
a Doogie perfect and an objective perfect. Take your Doogie hat off and have a think about a game that you've played that is like tight, as in like
Bloodborne.
Really, it might be Bloodborne. Yeah, Bloodborne. I'll give you that. Not that I've completed Bloodborne.
Oh man, I need you to play that for the channel, please. I want to see you
want to do that
play
quickly next? Since I've got the PlayStation, we could just fire that in as a wee palette cleanser if you want.
I would love it. I would also love to see you do Sekiro as well, because you never finished that either.
Yeah, I was closer to finishing Sekiro than I was Bloodborne. But yeah, that'd be cool. Sekiro runs marvellously on the PS5, by the way. I'm happy to report.
Yeah, Bloodborne's like the only one I think that hasn't had a proper upgrade, man. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a shame. And it's not on PC, so we can't even kind of coax 60 FPS out of it.
No.
But yeah, we could play some Bloodborne. Right, I'll give you that, Bloodborne. This is a bit of a left field one, but Super Mario Galaxy.
I didn't like it.
I know, it's funny, but I had just had a cheeser on my face the entire time. Honest to God.
There's definitely like this thing, and it also becomes the reason there can't be a perfect game is because it can be perfect for a set, but like, yeah, like, but folk like different genres.
Like different elements of games.
Yeah, I just don't like platformers. I just don't find them interesting. I find them, I'm not very good at them first of all, but also don't find them, they just don't hold my attention.
Engaging.
Yeah, like I played Mario Galaxy because I heard it was really, really good. And
well, you can see,
I'm
you
so
can, like,
lost, by the way.
you can split this into genre. Then what's the closest to perfect JRPG you've ever played?
Decoding for me.
Fucking
Suikoden.
fuck, probably Final Fantasy 9, man. It's so close to just being. What am I doing here?
Can you like break down any of those ice crystals or anything?
No, I
like that?
can.
I know they were the stimulating conversations, kind of probably making your mind wander, but
It's just
You
I
went
can't.
like rounding up. Is that where you came from?
Yeah, I think so. Unless it's so hard to know what's a route and what's no route. By the way, everyone, last episode when Guffy wasn't here, which was really weird, we
how did you get on?
we got Alexander, and I'm going to show you him right now
Cool.
against this guy here.
This is new to me.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this. I don't think I've ever done that whole annoying ice thing. I think I'm always just like, no.
Help Dougie get it, and the whole thing was awful.
Aye.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I've definitely seen this. I just don't remember getting. Maybe it was when I cheated and got like the, you can get master
probably.
summon
I think you
materia.
get, like, all the
Aye.
materia as like a cheat code or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Alexander's a summon that has what? Oh shit!
That was a bit shit, yeah.
That really has grown on me because it's one that, like, it wasn't a big thing in 7 because you could easily miss it. 8, it was there, but you didn't really get much. Like, it wasn't really that missable. It was alright in 8, but like the summons in 8 never actually got much like.
Yeah.
Like,
As
they were just
They
there.
were a plot device, but there wasn't really much background to
Yeah,
them.
to the individuals, you learn nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were your job system.
Yeah.
They were the job system.
So and then 9 is a big deal. I think it's a really big story beat. Oh fuck.
And then not again until maybe 60. Oh no, 10. 10 did make them.
Yeah, but I don't think Alexander was in 10, was he?
Oh, Alexander wasn't in 10. That's right.
They're also
yeah.
a big thing in 13.
And
That's true.
Type 0, Alexander gets. It was actually Type 0 that gave me a bit of thing for. Alexander, because he gets a fucking amazing cutscene in that one, and it's like it's really stuck with me, that whole cutscene. Really good. And
If you could add, see, like in 16, you've got these massive cinematic icon battles. If you could add a summon that isn't in 16 to 16, which summon would you choose?
Leviathan.
Well, but wait,
I know.
Leviathan gets mentioned.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, I know.
Is that why you picked him? I think that'll be DLC.
Ah, okay, cool.
But that's technically a bit of a spoiler, Max, that he doesn't end up appearing.
Aye, rogue spoilers.
I mean, it's also not really because it's
I didn't expect them because it was like
mentioned until very late on, and they say
it's lost Leviathan. They call him, so it's like
Yeah.
you don't
Where do
find
you
that
expect
guy.
it.
I tried
that's-
to trick Dougie and it didn't work. I tried to trick him into thinking I actually fought Leviathan.
It's a secret
and I
boss
thought
and
I
an
made him,
ice-
yeah,
ice
like I
skater.
said, the not much spoilers, but the woman who's pregnant.
Oh yeah, I've only
I
just
said
met
her,
her.
I said her water broke when she was next to a cliff and Leviathan appeared, and I was like, I thought that was a great lie.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, can see
Thing
Dougie
is-
buying that.
The reason it couldn't have been true is because, well, you'll then know later that woman
Yeah.
appears in the final cutscene. So it's
Yeah,
like,
because I was a bit like, I could really be fucking this up. I don't know how much
Aye.
focus she'll get.
so you did fuck it up entirely. Oh, and everyone, a few episodes ago, we ran a competition for who gets to say a rap in a character's voice that both Guffy and Max have prepared. So, Brianna picked for Max Bugenhagen to do I can't remember what his rap was about, but it was something to do with being Bugenhagen. And
Yeah.
Guffy got Vincent about being a vampire. So I'm assuming you both have prepared this.
Right, so here's the thing. Max, I can't speak for Max, right? But I was planning on going a bit extra with mine
Okay.
Oh,
and loading up Pro Tools. And
Oh, and actually making a full song.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm up.
So watch this
I'm into
space.
it. Okay. Max, do you want to go?
well, yeah.
2,
So,
3, 4.
I think I could maybe spitball one.
Yeah, yeah.
Eventually.
Do you want to go right now?
I need to remember how to do his voice. Anarchy. It was like that.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that was it.
Yeah, that's shit.
We did mention though that it's a hard one to rap because he speaks in a certain like speed that like you might want to be quite fast for a rap, but I don't think that's a voice that can be done fast.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Yeah,
it's no overthinking.
What happens?
Impossible.
Yeah. Anyway.
Moving on. We'll open the next. Oh, sorry. On you go. He started. Pardon me. On you go. Go.
Drop me a beat, Nanaki.
How's that?
That your people.
My name is Buchenhagen. I'm a motherfucking grandpa. My grandson is a cat dog, but don't ask me about his dada. I know a lot of things. Ask a question and I'll know. But why my grandson has a flaming tail ain't part of my light show. when I'm looking at the stars and Nanaki says, "Where my dad go?" I say, "Shut your bitch mouth. Go make me a mojito." I hear the screams of the planet and the moans of your grandma. I send my grandson on a grand quest and he might fuck a llama. Cosmo Canyon represent.
Bravo.
Wow, bravo. Really, bravo. You've got bars, man.
I was particularly proud of I hear the screams of the planet and the moans of your grandma.
Yeah, I like that one.
And that, I don't ask about your dada. Really nice, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
I've got
I
a lot
wrote
to live
that
up to.
my train back from London.
Oh, nice.
While I was bored.
I'm afraid that wasn't off the cuff like we may have suggested.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I fully wrote that out and planned it. 'Cause I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? I can't rap.
Yeah. It's a shame the Vincent one's a rap because I could smash a country song in a heartbeat.
Yeah, why just make it country?
I will
country
allow
rap.
that. I will allow a country rap. Oh, because you've got a banjo.
I've got a banjo sitting right here.
You have to explain what all the other beast mode things are and how they relate to being a vampire, in my opinion.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll work that in, man. Yeah.
I was quite shocked that although I voiced 95% of the people, I never got picked. That was quite lucky.
No?
Yeah. Well, you did
Maybe
get
they
picked
were-
last time.
I did a song for Grandma Pickles, so that was...
Grandma Pickles, yeah.
Maybe they were just thrown as a bone because you voice quite a lot of the people.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, let's hit my little shine spot.
Maybe
Do you know, that's a wee shout out to the viewers. Do you know what I kind of appreciate about the people that are commenting? Like,
they're commenting?
everybody. Well, yeah, that also.
Yeah.
But they also say they're familiar with like cave lore.
Aye.
Yeah.
So,
You know what I mean? Like talking about Grandma Pickles is not a mystery. You know what I mean?
yeah, because Brian popped up in the last video and then used the words stalagmite and chicken
Stalagmite.
posse. So I think I was a
I
yes.
said chicken posse for ages.
And the thing is, like chicken posse has been in like 2 or 3 videos out of 50, so it's like, representing,
Still
man.
important
It's up on the cave lore.
Yeah, we'll have a wiki page really soon. That's
Oh,
Yeah. With 3 entries.
chicken posse, stalagmates, and
Pickles.
Grandma Pickles gets her own one.
Grandma Pickles. Yeah.
I really like that you said I've watched it also. I think I'm officially a stalagmite now. And I was like, oh, you're probably a stalagmite after like 3 episodes.
If you've watched one episode, if you've I'm going to reword it. If you've even watched this, if you're listening to this right now, you've listened to like 25 minutes of stuff. That's you a stalagmite
Oh,
Yeah.
aye.
for life, for like an STD kind of graduates.
Do you like? It's kind of crazy that like somebody might be watching here.
Aye.
You know, like see when you like, I don't know. This is quite long form stuff. So see if
Anger
anybody
Max,
is
that's your
right
new
here.
nickname.
Anger Max. Do you remember that band Anger Fist?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh, nice. Look at that.
okay.
Hell yeah.
Well done, Max.
You're welcome.
This cave is a bit grueling so far, isn't it?
Aye. It's actually what it's like.
It's all right.
There's been far
just
worse
long.
areas. Aye, just because I didn't know where I was going, because it's just the geography of it, man. Like things look like you can walk them and you can't, and then things don't look like you can walk them, but you actually can.
So see, just back to the discussion on games that you like. So say you take like RPGs out of the equation. Say that RPG contains JRPG, ARPG, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Right. What other? And but Doogie, you've said you don't like platformers, which is its own genre. What's your kind of second favorite gaming genre, if you have one, other than RPGs?
Probably like, it's hard because games, like, I don't like JRPGs for the RPG part. I like it for a story. So I'm more of a story guy, you know. So like,
totally, and I'm more of a gameplay guy. So
yeah, so that's why
I have a broader genre base or whatever.
Yeah.
So like shooters, for example. You're pretty selective with shooters, Dougie. You can take them or leave them.
Aye, it's just, it's not even actually just shooters, it's actually just, see, competitive online games. I just don't have the time to be good at them. So it's like, it kind of feels like almost pointless, because it's like I'm never going to play them enough to get better. And the whole point is to get better. So it just becomes
as soon as I said shooters, Max made a noise that made it clear that he hates them. So you want to expand on that?
I'm just not good at shooters. I've never considered myself good at shooters. I think I'm a bit trigger happy in a kind of panicky way. So I feel like I think maybe the only one I ever really got vaguely into was Overwatch.
Oh, because we played it together, remember? Back in the day.
We did play it together. And the person I played the most was D.Va because I could just tank.
Yeah.
I could shoot, and she had double things, so you didn't have to have the most accuracy. And her ultimate was literally just fucking bombing into people. So I was like, that's not bad for me. I don't mind
chaos.
Like that. I'm just not very good at being precise with like.
That's what Overwatch was really good for, though, wasn't it? It kind of catered to a diverse range.
Yeah, I think it gave you good options to kind of find something that suited you. But
because you can go Reinhardt and just hit folk with hammers.
I'm just not good at shooters, in my opinion.
But Gail, speak for you that you love strategy games.
Me?
Aye, you've been on to do a wee Total War and
you really have
that. So is that your second favourite genre, perhaps?
I do like. I'm trying to go
sports, maybe.
And just like, well, I mean, thing is like, what would you class Metal Gear Solid as? Just action? Because I like action games.
I think that would just be action.
I think that would be action.
Straight action.
Yep. But like, I like stealth as well, which is like its own kind of subgenre of action, like that kind of. Because I like Dishonored and stuff like that, you know.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, Dishonored's a really good game. Yeah, I would class like action as an umbrella genre.
The thing they all have in common though is they all have a fucking like story. You know, they always have something that you're kind of following along. Although I guess, although the FromSoft games do have story. It's kind of, you play it, I don't know about you, but you play it and then you learn the story later. Oh, I wasn't fucking paying attention to the temperature. Fuck.
Oh, mate.
That is disaster. Oh, fuck. Why was he talking? Oh, no. Oh, viewers, that may have to be an episode. Fuck.
And we're right back where we started.
Once again, this is 3 videos where we've stopped in this fucking stupid cabin.
Would you believe that the caves fucked it up? It's not like us.
In a cave? We're in our element here.
Yeah.
No.
It was actually outside the cave you fucked up. You're fine.
True, aye. Like, if we're in a cave, we're probably safe, but it's when you leave the cave, things become problematic, which is actually quite a lot like real life.
It's true to life, yeah.
Yep. Right, viewers, fuck, man, right. Come back tomorrow. Right, and I'll see you then.
We might make progress.
Yeah, we might make progress.
We might.
I'm actually just secretly grinding everybody, so just don't tell them to.
Ah, yeah.
Because I'm gonna what I'll do before I forget, I'm gonna go and sleep in that bed over there to get all my MP back, and just pretend this never happened.
It was just a dream.
Aye, I mean we are in a bed.
Just make my rap into a short, and then we can just delete the episode.
Oh. Aye, world's first Bugenhagen rap, because actually that fucking is a word.
Yeah, that's a word.
No cunt's done that, by the way.
Fucking has to be.
Aye.
Put me in the Guinness Book of Records, man.
Aye.
Caspian remake, I'm ready.
Anger Max Records.
Hey,
that's got an album coming out shortly.
Right, viewers. Let us know once again, remember, what's Max's name going to be from here on forth.
What is a perfect game for you?
What is your perfect game? What's your second favourite genre? And who do we hate more? Fucking Chicken Posse or Stubbing Your Toe?
Stubbing your toe and what? A wall.
A table leg. But a really fucking solid table that you bought for IKEA and it's too big for your house.
A stubborn one.
Aye.
Right.
Okay.
I hate that.
Aye. Brutal. Anyway, viewers, we have to go right now. Bye.
Bye.